Hey everyone, it's me again, your girl, NueNew the Hair Diva, and I'm back with you with part 7. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I have 7 videos for my new makeup purge collection. Once again, if this is your first time watching this series of videos, these are the makeup items that I have chose to keep for my makeup collection. I have given away lots and lots of makeup and giveaways to my daughters, to my mom and my sister, and a few friends as well. What you see before you here is my eyeshadow palettes. There was a time that I had over 30 eyeshadow palettes, but I knew I couldn't get through all of that makeup, so I decided to narrow it down just to my favorites, the ones that I knew I would get through. I want to tell everyone I appreciate you so much for watching my videos. I know that I try to keep them under 13 minutes, but what can I say? They are a little bit long, but I pray that they are informative and that I show you different types of makeup that you may not have in your collection as well. And with that being said, let's get started on this shadow palette. As you can see, I have a lot. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 palettes before you. I also learned by looking at my collection that I have a thing for Urban Decay. Who would have known, because I had so many other brands. So since I like Urban Decay, let's start in the middle here with the Naked. This is the Naked 1 palette, and many of us beautiful ladies here on the YT have this palette. It is a felt-like material. As you can see, this is what it is on the back, and it is the authentic one. I'm going to quickly open this up and not show the mirror, but as you can see, you have the Naked sign, and here are all of the shadows. This one is the one that everyone says they really like the most for the shades. I have used this palette, but because I had so many, I didn't quite, go through it as I would like. So, like I said, these are the colors. I am grateful to keep this. I know that I can mix and match all of these shadows with other ones that I have, and I'm glad to have this in my collection. And that is the Naked palette. The next palette that we have is the Naked 2 by Urban Decay. This is in a tin. This is what it looks like on the back, as well as the front. I will try to open this. Okay, now as you see, I haven't used it that much, but this is the mirror. That's so crazy for that to have fallen off. So let me just put that back. It is quite hot, so the glue has detached from it, but these are the shadows. These are the shadows, excuse me, to the Naked 2 palette. It is authentic. I mainly bought all of these palettes from Ulta or Sephora. I do like that it has this darker black, and one of my favorite colors in here is tease, and I love it so much that I actually brought a single shadow of this same color because that's how much I like it. This is the Naked 2 palette, and let's go to the next one. The next one we have is the Naked 3 palette. What I didn't say about the Naked 2, the Naked 1 here is warm tones. The Naked 2 is cool tones. The Naked 3 palette is also in a tin. Don't know if you can quite see that, but this is what it says on the back. It is authentic and it came from Ulta. I will open this up to reveal Rose Tone Shades. This was a difficult palette for me to use only because of my skin tone. Some of the rosy tone colors I didn't quite know how to mix and match and blend to get them to not look all the same. However, I'm still going to work with it, and I'm glad that I kept it. I don't know if I need it, but I may even get the Naked Smoky palette. And this is the Naked 3 Rose Tone. What we have here is not quite an eyeshadow palette, but I use it for that. This is the Naked Flushed. And this particular palette, this is what it says on the back, is a blush bronzer highlight. So this is your highlight, this is your blush, this is your bronzer. I use this as a highlight as well as on my eyes. I use this on my cheeks as well as my eyes. I use this as a bronzer as well as using it on my eyes. So, you know, it's just different colors that I don't have. And I'm glad to keep this in my collection as well. There are also 4 other different kinds, lighter and darker tones. This next one back here is the Naked Basic. This is what it looks like on the back. I also got, I got this one from Sephora, I believe. This one here, let me get it open, is the very first one. This is more of the warmer tones. They do have a Naked Basic 2 with cooler tones, but I decided not to get that. I like to blend these 2 colors here for my brows, also as a transition color. This works well as highlight colors, and these 2 work well just to blend out any tones that may be too dark on your eye. So glad I kept that, and that's the Naked Basics. Since we are working with the Urban Decay, I'm going to start over here, and we will start here with this Urban Decay palette. I think it is the Ammo palette, and this is what that looks like. When I purchased this, it was being discontinued, so if you go on to the Urban Decay website, you may still be able to get this palette. It was $16 and it originally started out as $36. This is what it looks like. All of these colors are amazing, but my 2 favorite colors is Mildew, this green one here, and Shattered, this blue one at the bottom. They are beautiful. They are almost like duochromes on my eye. I just love them, and I'm so glad that I got it at a discount price. And this is the Urban Decay Ammo palette. This palette that I have here, I love this palette. I mean, if I could love any of the Urban Decay palettes the most, it is this palette. It is the Urban Decay Electric palette. Let me get that open for you. These are those beautiful, beautiful colors. I'm not going to do any swatches. However, you can't go wrong with this. I bought this last year, and when it first came out, it was also the fall when it came out. And I'm telling you, this blue here, which is Chaos, this here, Gonzo, and Fringe, they are spectacular. And I love to mix Chaos and Urban together with a shadow look. These last 2 colors, which is Freak and Thrash, they are amazing on all skin tones, but on warmer skin tones, I mean, they just light your shadows up. I truly enjoy this. So glad that I kept it. Let me show you the front. This is the back, and I believe that I got this one from Sephora as well. Now we're going to go right over here to a few other palettes that I have. Let me just adjust the camera a little bit. This palette here in the back is the Stila In the Know palette. I got this palette for $10 during one of the 21 days of Ulta Beauty. So glad that I waited till then, because there's only 2 colors in here that I love the most that made me pick this palette. Let me remove the plastic. These are the colors to this palette. So gorgeous, but fire in this orange tone is why I picked it up mainly. The next color that I love the most out of here is this color Clay. It works wonderful. I needed a orange tone, and Stila In the Know palette worked for me. There are also 3 other palettes at the moment. I can't remember the name, but they are made of like this cardboard material. This is what the back looks like. And I definitely know I got this from Ulta. Now this palette here, I was truly influenced by many of the YT ladies, but mainly my YT sister Niecy W, to get this palette. This is the Tarte Be Magnificent palette, and this is what it says on the back. Oh my goodness, such a beautiful palette. And as you can see, I kept pretty much everything intact. These are the cards to the palette. Behind here are the shade, the names of the shades. And this is what the palette looks like. Oh my goodness, this beautiful blush. You also have this dark brown and black for your brows or as a liner. Wonderful purple and neutral tones. I mean, I just love the shades in here. They are soft, they blend well, they work well with other shadows, and I mean, look at the palette itself. It just is a work of art. I love this palette as well. Tarte Be Magnificent. Now we're coming up to the last 2 of the palettes. One is a limited edition palette. I will talk about that first. I'm showing it to you because you may or may not, I'm not quite sure if you can still get it, but it is the Divergent palette. And it has that little iridescence there. This is what it looks like from behind. Divergent limited edition multi-piece collector's palette. And this is what that palette looks like on the inside. You have a bronzer, you have a blush, you have 3 beautiful neutral shadows, and you have a lip gloss. I have used this palette plenty of times, but I know it doesn't look like it. I took a little bit of a hiatus. However, this lip gloss is wonderful, and I'm kind of scared to use it because once it's gone, it's gone. However, I will be using it. Sorry I didn't show it in my lip gloss video. These shadows work wonderful. They blend with other colors. You can add these 2 colors on your eyes with these shadows. It is just a perfect palette to take with you on the go. You have everything you need in there for your eyes and your cheeks and your lips. Last but not least, can I eat this? Can I eat it? It is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. This is the original one. It's much thicker. The newer one is pretty much about this size here. Oh my goodness, wonderful palette. This is what it looks like on the back. I know I got this one from Ulta. I got the Divergent palette from Sephora. When you open it up, this is what you see, the chocolate bar. This is the little plastic paper that has the names of it, and these are the shadows. You have 2 highlights in there. The main 2 colors in here is this color here and there. Let's see. Candid Violet is this color here. And Cherry Cardinal is this color here. They are the best 2 colors on here, but the whole palette is very, very good. I just love it, and let me smell it. Yes, it smells like cocoa. They blend well on the eyes. You can also use them on the cheeks there because there are 2 highlights there. I truly, truly enjoy it and glad that I kept this in my collection. All right, everyone, this is my palette collection, and these are my palettes. I want to say thank you so much for sticking with me to the end of this video. I truly appreciate you all. Welcome to all the new positive supporters. Hey y'all, to all of my regular supporters. So sorry my face isn't being shown in the series. I'm trying to keep the time low, but I am using my Sony Handycam, so I cannot keep up with the time. I appreciate you all. To all be blessed, wear your makeup, save your money, and NueNew will see you in a few days with the next video. Bye.